Good morning, good morning, YouTube viewers, as well as my Facebook viewers and my Instagram viewers. Good morning to everyone. We're in this together and we're up together. No matter what time it is during the morning, I'm always trying to reach you guys before 12 o'clock because we have things that we have to do, but this is what this subject and this topic is about. It's about, the responsibility that we have to others. That, there are people who tune in every day, and they're waiting for this positive message to come across, and to know that someone else is out there and that, they're thinking about them. You know, Negative people I care less about. You know what I'm saying? It's the people out here who really, really want to, improve upon their lives for the better, and that's what this is about. So today we are on something light. We're on something light, and I want to start this out with something I wrote, and I wrote this. I wrote this maybe 3 or 4 days ago, and it was one of the videos where I said, I want to talk about something light, but the world ain't always light. You know what I mean? But today's a light day because, you know, again, it explains, hey, he's running a little bit late, but hey, he's still here. He's still putting it out for us and saying, hey, I'm with you, and we're all in it together. So I want to read this, and I entitled it, You Were Born With It. It says, keep love with you always. It is a comfort and a strength. It is a shield. It is a friend. So always draw upon the love within you because you were born with it, especially in times like this. And the reason that I feel that this is a positive way to start it out is because what we're getting ready to be faced with is the Breonna Taylor decision that is going to be handed down, and you know regardless of what the outcome is, it will never, we never will receive justice. Not the justice that should be there. Not the justice that we are entitled to. Not the justice that we would receive if we were the ones on the other end of, this decision. We'd be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law and underneath jails. So, we know that justice is not going to be served in the way that it should, because if it was, it would have happened already. But what I am here to say is that, what responsibility do we take on in this? Where's the outcry that we form, some kind of councils? I know that a lot of, I'm not going to name these organizations, but they'll go out, they'll protest. But what councils have they formed? What voluntary programs have they formed for, the children of tomorrow? And what kind of legal staff are they trying to build to go and combat, use diplomacy first? But no, it's get mad, get angry, protest. So know who you're following, really. This is what this is saying, to wake up. And, we understand, regardless, there's still going to be outcry, there's still going to be everything. But in all these upcoming events, no longer protest, because have you ever thought that maybe you might be pushed or manipulated into acting in a certain way where it shouldn't, and then we have to say to ourselves, um, what do they do after the protest? You don't hear about anything. So I'm saying to everybody, demand legal counsel, demand that lawyers come up, the best of the best minority lawyers come up and fight for this for free. Go into City Hall and challenge these things. And this is what I'm saying for us through life. We have to stop allowing, I think a lot of the damage done to my culture, my people, is being done by my own people, not the people on the outside. So, this is a thing where we have to say, this is what we do. We self actualize ourselves. We rethink, we reprogram our subconscious to, look at things in a different way, because we need to. And right now, with the way things are going, we have no choice. We have to see things in a different way. Because if we don't form these councils, and another thing that I say, through this, think about this. Um, when when uh, when this is all over with, something else will arise, because things like these things that we go through, things that we witness, as a people, it happens every year, year in, year out. All it changes is the name and the sex of the person. So what do we do in the between time? And what are those organizations who are supposed to be standing for, what are they doing in the meantime? Waiting for it to happen again to say, protest, get angry. But yet and still you have time. So think about that. Challenge these people before we run around with a banner. Challenge these people for what happens after the storm. Because after the storm, all of these organizations, not just one, they all disappear. So, please, for the people that are out there that are listening, please for today, share this video. Don't no longer, we have to stop being manipulated. And this is the one thing that they do. They come out of the woodwork, and what they're coming out of the woodwork is people who have already said that they were, did things to mislead people. Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson admitted that they lied to the people. That's, in some instances, in some of the protests that they stood for, that they really were, working in secret with, agencies. I don't want to say the first word, but other agencies. And that was to keep tabs on you, to pacify you. So, start looking into, for all the people out there who, we're saddened by the story. But be wary of the people who wear that same skin. Because underneath that same skin might be something you just don't want to see. It might not be something that's for you. But I always say, leave us with leave us with that thought for today. To say, what do you do after this? What did you do after Trayvon Martin? What did you do after, the cases before him? What did you do to make things better? What programs did you put in place to educate our young black youth? And that's another thing, how many people are volunteering? A lot of this says that we're looking for somebody else to fight for us. And that don't work. It's almost like saying, well, I'm not going to go to work, but you go to work and I receive your paycheck. If you had to work for somebody and they received your paycheck, you wouldn't do it. But yeah, we do these things when it comes to the things that we're faced with right now and in this reality. So what I'm saying is, we have to wake up, and we got to wake up together, and we got to stay strong together. And like I said, this isn't like a pro-black thing. I am black. But we're all in this. All colors are being played against one another. So what's happening in the black community is happening in the Indian community. It's also happening in the white community. It's also happening in the Latino community. And you talk to anyone of those races and they'll say, I get more hate from people in my own race than I get from outside, no matter what color the person is. So we need to wake up. And we need to work together, and we need to stop being manipulated. We need to stop being on this high horse that says we know it all, because that's what they want us to do. And if money makes you happy, then why are people getting divorced? There's a divorce going on right now between a couple who one is Hispanic and the other one is black. If money made the difference, together these people are worth $50 million. It's more money than what you need. They can walk away from the entertainment industry and say, hey, well, let's take our money, let's live and, build a house and, we'll open up a couple of businesses. But everyone wants more. Everyone wants to be raised up on a pedestal better than the next person. As long as we living in a world like this, we losing. We losing. You might say, hey, my family is okay, but we don't have an obligation just to our families. We have an obligation to the world around us, because we're all colors, all nations, all people. We're responsible for them too. And that's where love comes in. So let's love ourselves enough to make change. And what I want to say to the women out there, women of all color, you have a lot of influence over the men. There's a lot of organizations out there right now across the country that black men are joining together. They're not asking for outside funding or anything from these organizations or agencies. Not saying the first name, but they're doing it on their own. And women, we need for you to support this. Bring your men, and you know about these things because I see you posted on social media. Passing these things along. Don't leave it upon your man to do it. We have to say, hey, look, if you're not gonna go, I'm gonna go, because women are welcome too in these events. So, like I said, we have to stop looking for other things, and we have to take on this responsibility because the world is changing. It can change for the worse or it can change for the better. And this is what this is about. So I'm up, I'm with you every day. Every day is going to be a new message about positivity and rethinking, reshaping our subconscious so that, no one can pull the wool over us anymore. You know what I'm saying? And nobody can keep us blinded. And we're going to start to speak up because we have to. We have to. We can't let other people, win this battle for us. We have to take on certain responsibilities for ourselves. So, with that, everyone, I want to say thank you so much for, being a part of this. And like I say, if you agree with this message, share it. Share it with other people. I started out as a YouTube channel, and the thing on YouTube is to get people to subscribe, but a lot of people don't want to subscribe. So I mean, I don't to me it's the message. It's the message. So like I say, if you agree with it but you don't you feel that you don't want to be a part of it, then subscribe to the YouTube channel anyway, because if you subscribe to it, it'll get this out to other people who can, who want to hear this message and who want to be positive and who wants to make the small differences in their life to make things better. So with that, I want to say to everybody, we will see you tomorrow, because every day I'm with you unless physically unable. So you have an awesome day. Have the best day, and every day strengthen yourself. And with that, I want to say click like and subscribe, and peace and blessings to all.